Hello, my fellow gardeners. I don't know. People probably already know about this one, but I didn't look it up, so I almost want to feel like I invented it. I wanted to show you one thing that you can do with your used plastic bottles to kind of allow for seedlings, a higher success rate from seedlings. Okay, I'll switch the camera around if I can, and no, I cannot. Anyway. So the problem I have been having is that when the seedlings come out, they often quickly get taller than these containers that I have. In which case I would put them into their own individual pots and they'd evaporate because of the quick change in humidity or climate. So I figured out one way to keep that from happening when they do get too tall is just to put them into, cut the tops off of water bottles, poke a couple of holes in so that it doesn't get too swampy in there. And I've been having a lot of stuff that was dying on me. All of a sudden, it's not dying on me. When it gets a little tall, as you can see here, I just took the top off, let it poke through, and then before it gets, depending on the plant, like say corn, you just have to remember to remove it before it gets wider than the circumference of that cap. Otherwise, you're going to end up having to take some shears and cut it off before it strangles it to death. But most of the plants that you can grow don't get that thick of a circumference of the cap. So if it's a plant that doesn't get any taller than that, you can just use it, keep it there to kind of shore it up and keep it from tipping over. As you can see here in this one, I just went ahead and added some additional soil. It's like a really leggy plant, so for really leggy ones, you can just take a little bit of soil and kind of sprinkle it in there and make a little mountain hill. And then after a point, I'll just take off the top, and then just leave it with the hill and transplant it. Anyway, hopefully that helps somebody not have so much high failure rate, because I only started trying to garden this past summer, and the fail rate has been discouraging. Let me just say that. But I've been persevering, and now it looks like I'll actually have a crop of corn and tomatoes in the desert. I'm in Saudi Arabia right at the moment, so that's going to be quite an accomplishment. I'm not the only person who gardens, but I have to do quite a bit. But anyway, that will be for another video. Anyway, hopefully this helps somebody, and it's a way to deal with a small amount of plastic waste, because we should all care for the environment as much as we can. And by the way, these are not my water bottles. I go from a recycled bottle, and I just keep topping it off. But water bottles that I found littered around the streets, and I thought I'd make use of them at least temporarily. Anyway, have a good one.